page 511, we're going to use our conversation from the first activity. We went outside, we measured height of the flagpole, height of other buildings. But now we're going to say, you're not that person in that moment. You are given the information from someone else. Can you produce an answer? Please have all of your materials ready to go. And of course, page 511. And let's get into it. Determining the height indirectly. Because you're probably not going to be able to climb to the top of the tree, up into the little wispy boughs at the top, where if you did put your weight up there, you'd fall off. So we're going to let geometry save the day when Maureen goes to the park and uses a mirror method. So mirror to gather enough information to calculate the height of one of the trees. The figure below shows her measurements. We're going to calculate the height of the tree. Now, again, I'm going to argue this 5.5 should be where her eye height is, not her top of her head, because that's not the part that's going to be using her eyeballs to see how like the shape is. But you know, that's a picky point from me. What we do need to do is we need to recognize that if there are corresponding sides, we should highlight them the same color. And I believe, keeping it consistent, this will be highlighted green, just like this will be highlighted green. The height of the tree and the height of Maureen should be the same. And then the distance along the ground from the tree to the mirror and the distance from Maureen to the mirror should also be highlighted orange because they're meant to be the same. So we take that information and we make fractions from it. We're going to make a green fraction and we're going to make an orange fraction. And by the way, I'm not going to bother with yellow. I'm not going to bother with highlighting these other two sides because we don't have that information. We don't have either of those numbers. We don't have a string that measured her distance down to the mirror. We don't have from the mirror to the height of the tree. We don't have a string measuring that. So because we don't have that information, we're going to ignore it. I'm going to put H on the top of the fraction. Oh, that's for me, not for you. So H is the top of the green fraction and 5.5 is the bottom of the green fraction because those are the corresponding sides of their triangles. So I'm going to put 5.5 on the bottom. Then I'm going to go over to here, to the 16 and to the 4. And if I put H on the top of that fraction, then I have to put 16, because it's part of that triangle, on the top of the orange fraction and 4 on the bottom. Now, the reason why I also chose H first is because if I put H as, the unknown as the top of the fraction, then I don't have to cross product, cross multiply this. I can just only multiply by the denominator. So 15.5 multiplied. It is over 1. That way you know just the top is multiplied by 15.5. That way we are considering like the reciprocal. But like we've done with these types of problems, we multiply by 5.5 to reduce the 5.5s. And now we have 16 times 5.5, and then that quantity is divided by 4. Hey Siri, what is 16 times 5.5 divided by 4?
16 times 5.5 divided by 4 is 22.
All right, H is 22. Feet, right? We should also be considering that it's feet, feet, and feet. So your answer, 22, should have feet in there. All right, cool. Diagram, methods, solve it. I'm going to do number 2. I'm going to recommend that you pause the video and skip forward like, 2 minutes. But one thing before you pause and skip forward, hold on, is that you draw the diagram, label the diagram, then make the proportion, then solve the proportion. Which is what I'm going to do. I just said what I'm going to do right now. So here I go. You pause, you skip, I'm going to do the math. Let's catch up. Okay, so I got to draw the person. There's Stacy. There's the mirror, and there's the tree. Okay, so I got my diagram. I don't have my triangle. Whoa, beautiful. I love it. Love it. Okay, I'm going to highlight like I highlighted before. Okay. If you're listening to this, why are you listening to this? You should be paused. You should be working on it. You should come back. Okay, so forgive me for muttering to myself and for you having the sound on while you're letting it play. What are you doing? Pause it. Do it. Skip forward. Check if your answer matches mine. Get the orange there. We got the fraction. We got the equals. We got the other fraction. We have green. We have orange. Okay, now we need to put some numbers in. I got the diagram drawn. I'm doing my steps. I did step 1. I drew the diagram. I have my measurements. partner. I'm making fractions. Okay, so she is 3 feet to the mirror. I'm using the feet. Okay. The distance of the mirror and the tree is, this is 18 feet. Ooh, it's times 6. Stacy's eye height is 60 inches. I'm going to put 60 inches here, but I'm going to recognize that's 5 feet. Okay. Ooh. I found something. Okay, then calculate the height. So I'm going to go height of the tree. I'm going to go 5. I'm going to go 18. I'm going to go 3, which means timesing by 5 over 1. 5 over 1. Reduce that. H equals. Hey Siri, what's 18 times 5 divided by 3?
18 times 5 divided by 3 is 30.
Hey. Have you skipped forward? Have you stopped and paused the video? Are you just letting it play while I was muttering to myself, you weirdo? What you should do is you should now pay attention. I bet you forgot this part right here. 60 inches is equivalent to 5 feet. If you didn't know, get a tape measure. I'll be right back. Go buy one, all right? Dollar store, $1 for this tape measure. 60 inches. Can you see it? Can you see it? 60 inches is equivalent to 5 feet, right there in the middle of your vision. Or you could have taken 60 and divided by 12 because there are, 12 inches in a foot. So, hey Siri, what's 60 divided by 5?
60 divided by 5 is 12.
I said that backwards. Hey hey Siri, what's 60 divided by 12?
It's 5.
There we go. So you have to convert the inches into feet so that these other feet measurements are equivalent. Otherwise, your answer, hey Siri, what's 60 times 5 divided by 3?
The answer is 100.
I did that wrong. Hey Siri, what's 18 times 60 divided by 3?
The answer is 360.
In inches. Why would you want to measure the height of a tree in inches? That makes no sense. So therefore, convert all of your measurements into feet, and when you do your calculation, you're able to write the proper dimensions of the height of the tree. That has been this example. That has been page 511. Thank you for watching this episode. Next up is page 512, where we continue the conversation on finding indirect measurements for things that we can't measure directly. So thanks for watching, like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next episode.